Good morning, traders. It is Wednesday, January 29th, and we are taking a look at the market internals more or less here this morning. What I want to point at overall in the daily chart of the SP 500 or the broad market in general, doesn't matter. If it's the SP 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, everything is oversold on the daily chart. That being said, the momentum has now shifted to the downside. Our cycles have topped out, and if we right now the technicals are pointing to lower prices and that we should be shorting any bounce in the market. So unless the market has a very strong reversal to the upside quickly and can hold up, then the momentum can be recovered. But overall, right now it is very negative. What we're looking at here is the NYSE advancing declining shares. It was a 5-to-1 buying yesterday. The equities market really barely moved up at all, yet everybody was buying. It was about 5 buyers to every 1 seller, and that's not a good sign when you see everybody piling into the long side and prices not moving any higher. Now, overall, if we take a look at the short-term momentum index, which gives us kind of a day, kind of a short-term day ahead forecast of what to expect, we actually closed up at an overbought territory yesterday. You would not expect that, but overall stocks moved in general, had a decent move up on a technical basis, and they're actually overdone to the upside. So it looks as though we're going to have a little bit of weakness. We're seeing that this morning. Equities are down about 0.5%. And overall, I'm hoping we're going to get some sideways price action here in the next week or two, and it could end up being a good shorting opportunity, which I'll show you in just a minute. Now let's just take a quick look at the stocks over the 20-day moving average. This is the bigger picture, the more or less the daily chart kind of momentum. You can see here we are oversold in the lower reversal zone. We've got this upper reversal zone here. Overall, we're probably going to see the market become fairly choppy. You got to remember some of the biggest moves happen right when you're at in these reversal zones. So the trend is down here. This is in the lower reversal zone, but we could see percentage-wise, we could still see a very strong move to the downside in the next couple of days. Back here, you can see it actually took about a week and a half, 2 weeks for the market to bottom. And that could be very similar to what we see here because the momentum has more or less turned down, and we could see some pretty strong volatility of strong rallies, strong sell-offs as the market kind of churns here and tries to decide whether it's going to have a major technical breakdown and continue to collapse, or if it's going to try and hold up and recover for a strong bounce. Now taking a look at the SP 500, you can see here we've had the recent sessions, very strong move to the downside, and then we've seen this more or less volatility pick up. The bulls and bears are struggling. Overall, yesterday we couldn't really see the market break above this mini little bottoming pattern. Once the market closed and volume thinned out, we could see the market ran price up. Overall, this morning we're seeing it sell right back down again, down about 0.5%. It's actually fairly strong volume this morning in pre-market trading. That's strong volume, not a good sign. Overall, what we're looking for here going forward would be nice if we could see the price chop around and kind of work its way slowly higher. And as volatility decreases, eventually we'll probably get hopefully some type of shorting opportunity where we can short it and play the second leg to the downside. So we'll see how that kind of plays out going forward. I've been pointing out the last couple of days from this big move down, the momentum and cycles have gone more or less neutral. We don't try and buy pullbacks when the market is neutral. The statistics show that when they're after a strong uptrend and they go neutral, there's more of a probability of a trend reversal to the downside than there is for a continuation. So we're not looking to buy this dip, which is why we have not got long, and we're waiting for now that at the end of the day here we didn't see enough move to the upside that we actually saw the trend turn down on a technical basis. So now we're looking for a continued grind sideways or higher and looking for a shorting opportunity on the next likely rally to the upside. Now taking a look at precious metals, we're seeing gold and silver move up about 1% and change this morning. A little bit of fear creeping into the metals. Gold had a pullback the last few sessions, having a little bit of a bounce today. Silver, pretty much the same thing. Silver was down quite a bit yesterday. It's having a little bit of a reaction high back up to resistance. Overall, still gold, silver, miners are still in a downtrend and still trading within their ranges. You can see silver here our gold miners are trading up a little bit. We've had some pretty good volatility in miners, and again, overall, the trend is still down, possibly sideways here with miners, and we're letting a bottoming pattern start to form before we try and jump the gun. to get long. Now taking a look at natural gas, here's a 4-hour chart of natural gas. Strong move down here past couple sessions, getting a little bit of a bearish pattern kind of forming back up here. But overall, we don't really want to get involved in natural gas. It's just too volatile, huge percentage moves, and it looks really anything could happen here. We could see an explosive move to the upside, or we could see an explosive move to the downside. This is a very mixed signals. It is overall a bullish pattern, but it's got the last couple candles here, those big red candles, very bearish, and it just really isn't giving us a good opportunity, a high probability play to get involved with natural gas. Taking a look at crude oil. Crude oil, we are waiting for a strong reversal candle down here on the daily chart. We never got one. We've seen the market continue to grind its way up, stair step its way higher. The bigger picture for natural gas, or sorry, for crude oil is down. And if we do get a second poke here at the $100 per barrel level, we'll be looking for a reversal candle to the downside on the daily chart, and we'll be looking for likely a shorting opportunity for crude oil. Now crude oil has hit this 100 level a couple times. Both times had huge selling step in. The overall picture for crude oil is lower prices, and we're really looking to short any of these key resistance zones. Now taking a look at the US dollar through the UUP ETF, which kind of mimics the index. Overall, again, nothing has really changed here. The US dollar hasn't provided any insight for the last year, year and a half. I do feel as though it's trying to form one of these basing patterns. I think with tapering happen, I think we're going to eventually see, once we see another tapering come in here, I think we're going to start to see the dollar have a rally up here. Who knows how that rally in the dollar is going to affect equities and precious metals. It used to be pretty much every tick up in the dollar would push gold and or pull stocks down and gold. Now last year we haven't really seen any real correlation that's really been helpful. So who knows what will happen when the US dollar starts to rally here. Taking a look at bonds real quick. Bonds have been trying to form this large possible stage 1 W bottom formation. Here we are trading down here. We've kind of got these possible double low, double bottoms. And I pointed out that this 135, 136 area is going to be a key level. Overall, bonds have been stair-stepping their way higher with a bunch of bull flags. We could easily see this upper level be reached sooner than later. And I think when we do break above this key resistance zone, that'll be the equities market breaking down, and money's going to pile back into bonds as the safe play. And this would be a major move to the upside for the price of bonds and a major move down in equities. So that's kind of what I see unfolding going forward. Again, this the equities market putting in a significant top does take months to play out, and I still think we could be even chopping around here in the markets for another month or 3 as the market tries to put in a topping pattern and bonds put in a bottom along with precious metals, and then they both flip directions. Anyways, that's it for this morning, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Bye-bye.